acrobatic skill increased to 11. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my corner of the internet. My name is Jason and today we are back with some more Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Last time we received a request from a lady on the side of the road whose name has escaped me, but she was looking for someone named Nellis Onmar. Oh look, someone named Nellis Onmar. Basically she was like, oh, I'm in love with this thief who robbed me. He took my jewels, but I just want him to know that I love him. So we've come over here to just do this quest for whatever reason. So hey Nellis, how's it going? I'd be happy to help you, Alexis, if you'd tell me what you need. That sounds almost Argonian. Well, in a strange Oblivion way. Anyways, Mori's glove. She gave this to me, and she wanted me to give this to you as a sign of her undying love. You have what? How odd. She was a lovely young woman, but what would she want with a rogue like me? She is beautiful, though, and seemed sweet. For the first time in my life, I actually felt a little remorse for robbing someone. Yeah, I believe that. I should see her again. Here, take this. Tell her you have a note from Nellos. I must see her again. I won't forget this, friend. Well, he actually seems to be actually genuinely sincere. So we gave him the glove and he gave us a note. Let's see, note from Nellos. Yes, just tell her you have a note from Nellos. I think she'll be happy with it. All right, well, let's go ahead and run back over to Mori. But before we get there, I'm curious about the note. Is this it? Note from Nellos. Let's read what he wrote. Mori, truly I was enchanted with you from the moment I saw you. I beg your forgiveness for my past transgressions. While I cannot imagine what a woman of your beauty and breeding would see in a rogue such as me, I thank the gods that you have sent for me. I will come to you as soon as I can. Until then, yours, Nellos. Well, he actually, like I said, he sounds genuine in that, okay, cool, we've brought two people together. Now, due to my extremely slow, I will say, athletic speed, I'm gonna go ahead and make a cut, and I'll be right back as soon as I make it back to Mori. Your acrobatic skill has increased to 12.
How does the day greet you, friend?
Hey, Mori, I've got a note from Nellos here. I must find that bandit. I believe he's in Pelagiad. Perhaps he'll come to back to find me, though. Well, here's a note from Nellos. He gave you a letter to give to me? Wonderful, thank you so. I knew that he cared. You know, you didn't have to do all this for me, and I really appreciate it. You're clearly a wonderful person. You should visit my friend Barnund Arele in Tel Branora. He's a wonderful person, and I think the two of you would get along famously. Your journal has been updated. All right, so if we ever find ourselves in Tel Branora, we're gonna have to look for this guy, Barnund Arele. So I'll need to make a note of this and remember this. Because, you know, at some point I'm probably going to find myself in Tel Branora. So, we've gone ahead and we've completed that quest. Hooray for us. And, let's see, what we're on, wow, really? We're on, like, the 16th page of our journal already. Day 5. We've made quite a bit of progress. All right, so, onward, continuing on our trek, to Balmora. Now, you know, I talked about this a little bit. Oh, Balmora is that way. Well, what's this way? Wait, the signs tell me what's this way? Let's see, Vivek and Pelagiad are that way. So what leads, what's over this way? Oh no, Jason, curiosity is gripping you. You know, I mentioned before, you know, not wanting to rest because of, you know, Dark Brotherhood attack. But you know what, at the same time, this is actually something that you may have noticed, even in, I'm not sure if you noticed it in Daggerfall, but if you even watch that series, I like to see, I like to try to make as much progress as I possibly can without spending a lot of time. You know, there's a bit of a role playing aspect to that. I don't like just randomly resting in a dungeon for like 12 hours, because to me that is completely unrealistic, and it's, I don't know, it seems weird. And so, you know, as such, I'm not a big fan of it. So I like to try to, we'll say, do as much in as short of an amount of time as possible, and that's sort of one thing. I see the shadow of a cliff racer. You know, maybe we'll come back this way another time. I think we're probably heading towards Hla Olad or Hla Ode or something like that. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna run back. I'm gonna make my way back to the road and continue towards Balmora, because that was our original destination, and we can go exploring later. I don't want to get too sidetracked. I think I've gotten sidetracked enough. up until now. But yeah, like I said, I like to try to make as much progress within a short amount of time as possible. I think on my original playthrough, I was still under 200 days. I'm actually pretty sure I was close to 100 days, and I was like above level 40. I had completed the Tribunal expansion, and I was the head of, I believe, 3 guilds. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not a big fan of resting. You know, sleep is for the weak. We want to just keep pushing forward. Plus, you know, it gives a little bit of a challenge when you can't just instantly refill all of your bars on a whim. You know, to a player, it's not a huge deal, but especially if you have you know, any sort of, we'll say, mentality where you like to, you know, role play or anything like that, the randomly resting everywhere, it just doesn't really fit. Now, I believe this here is this a mine or is this just another cave? You know what, we're gonna go ahead and explore it because we've come across it. We'll see if we are a match for whatever's on, you know, whatever's on the other side of that door. Like I said, I didn't want to get too sidetracked, but hey, a dungeon is a dungeon. Adan Umuran. So this is definitely not a mine. Let's go ahead and we'll say crouch to, well, say sneak and make our way inside. Pull out our weapon because we're likely going to be attacked. Let's see, what have we got behind this door? Oh, it's a trapped door, a worn cavern door. All right, so somebody obviously set a trap for us. We're going to use our apprentice's probe to disarm the trap so that we don't set that off. Sweet, our security skill has increased to 16. Let's see what's on the other side here. Oh, a Nyx Hound? They have, like, a guard dog? Oh, actually, I do remember this one. I remember this dungeon here. Okay, the Nyx Hound has noticed me, but I'm going to stay in... I think it's noticed me. No, it hasn't. Interesting. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, in, like, Oblivion, you have to actually be moving to increase your sneak skill, and if I'm remembering correctly, in Morrowind, you don't need to actually be moving. Oh, maybe I do. Let me see. 2. Okay, yeah, I guess you do. Well, no, maybe not, because I've actually stood directly behind something before, and, just sort of had my sneak skill increase from it. Okay, maybe it's just because the Nyx Hound is bugged. I don't know. Alright, sure, yeah, okay. Something's definitely wrong here. So I have to get, like, right inside of it before I can actually hurt it. Alright, so we've got some hound meat, and, you know, the person up there, we're so stealthy that they have no clue what's going on down here. They're just completely oblivious, just staring at the wall. They're like, man, this is a nice wall. Maybe they're into, like, what do you call that? Darn it, the study of rocks. Geology. There we go. They're like, this is interesting. Maybe they're, I don't know. They're looking at a vein of some sort of metal or something as a potential mining spot. I'm not too sure of that. I went back there to sort of quick save because, as we established last time, you know, when you come out of the quick save, oh, there's a door there. There's no way I'm gonna be able to sneak up on this person. Yeah, when you come out of a save, they're you know, they will notice you because you can't maintain your sneak. Come on. I'm gonna have to get myself some more probes. Get past traps. There we go. Finally disarmed the trap. Hello.
Now you die!
For a second there, I was like, oh, is she gonna be nice? No, she's not going to be nice. Let's go ahead and actually, 1, use the thief ring. And 2, actually, let's use Thunderfall. There we go. Oh, I'm gonna die. That was a close one. I had to move out of the way pretty quick there. Alright, nothing really of interest on her. So we'll go ahead and just sort of leave everything there. How much? I got 1 point of health left. 1 out of 35. Dang. Okay, now I did pick myself up a healing spell, which I only have a 36% chance of actually casting. Ouch. I'm not even sure if I should bother using that. That's a really low chance of being successful. But then again, I don't have any other restoration spells to really practice with. Okay. We're not going to go over there just yet. We're going to come over here and see what's inside the crate. Inside the crate, we have a common amulet and an expensive ring. And a common belt. You know, we'll grab these things. We can use those, we can sell them or use them as, we'll say, enchanting stuff later. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try. Actually, it doesn't cost a whole lot of magicka. So even though I've got a lower chance of success, that wasn't too bad. Okay. We can continue. Let's go ahead and push further on into the dungeon here, the cave. So we have another sand. I like the maybe the appearance isn't so different from the ones that we've seen so far, but you know, as we go to different parts of Vvardenfell, you know, I'm sure we will come across different we'll say dungeon designs. Our sneak skill has increased to 33, and we should rest and meditate on what we've learned. We have leveled up, but we're gonna have to survive this encounter before we're able to, we'll say, make use of that level, or we'll say, you know, take advantage of that. Sweet blocking. Oh, whoa! What the heck? Awesome. Take that, and we'll see what else you got. All right, so we'll go ahead and come on. We'll go ahead and level up after we've gone through here. Right, I want to clear the area first because to me, like I said, from a role-playing perspective, it doesn't make sense for me to be like, all right, this is a completely uncleared cave. You know, someone might come looking for a friend of theirs, but I'm just gonna go ahead and take a nap right here because that just doesn't make sense. So we're gonna go ahead and clear this, and then we will go ahead and level up. Then again, Jason, leveling up might give you an advantage, or it might help you actually clear this dungeon. I'm not here. I'm just okay. Cool. Just look the other way. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna backstab you.
There is no escape.
You're right. There is no escape because I'm blocking the door. All right. So we'll go ahead and grab the money. We got, what is this? A fat loot? Fat loot. Wow, we found some fat loot. It's got a weight of 10. However, just based on the name, I'm grabbing that because it's awesome. We've come into this dungeon to collect some fat loot, and that's exactly what we have done. Go us! And there we go. Our short blade is increased to 44. There we go. We're starting to make some progress towards our skills here. This dungeon definitely seems to be easier than we'll say the previous one we attempted. Now, we got some netch leather greaves. And if I recall correctly, I don't have any greaves. So this is sort of like thigh armor. Yeah, armor rating 3. Let's go ahead and actually put that on. There we go. Didn't really do anything for our armor, but cool. We at least we've got something, right? It will it contribute? It should contribute. Armor rating of 3. Now we're incredibly close to being, we'll say, over-encumbered, but that's all right. That's all right. Like I said, we can just eat some ingredients or something, and we don't have to worry about that. Trap chest. Yeah, you definitely need to have some. Definitely have to have some, we'll say, sneaking ability for this this dungeon. They've got a lot of traps and locks. Please work, please. Come on. There we go. Trap disarmed. 25 gold. Not too bad. And there's a book here. The 36 Lessons of Vivek. Sermon 16. You know what? Let's take this ash yam. And, this... Yeah, sure, I'll take some of that, too. And... It increased our axe skills. Not something I'm planning on using, but... Hey, it's a skill up, right? Now, we are definitely over-encumbered, so give me a second while I go ahead and just start... You know, like I said, I'm gonna go eat 5 pounds worth of food. Your alchemy skill has increased to 12. There we go. Now we're down to 185 out of 200. So you know, we are thoroughly stuffed. We've had a nice good meal, and it's time to continue on our way. And you know, we got a skill up out of it, so that's kind of cool. I noticed there was a treasure chest over here earlier, so let's go ahead and see. This is trapped, and it has a lock on it. So hopefully our probe will hold out. It's almost all used up. Come on. I don't want to have to take the damage from the trap. And our probe has been used up. And I don't have another one, do I? No, I don't. Alright. So let's go ahead and use, we'll use our Journeyman's Lockpick. And first try. Okay. I'm gonna save the game because I don't know what kind of effect this trap is gonna have on me. Ouch. Took a little damage, but not too bad. Wow. Got some books in here. Let's see, 3, 3, 3, 3. So that's gonna be a total of 12. Take, and I'm not over encumbered. Sweet. All right, I've definitely got to find a place to start stashing all this stuff. Okay. We'll say continuing on. You know, I've listened to I've listened to some, we'll say, podcasts. You know, Elder Scrolls centric ones. I've listened to some discussion, you know, about the different Elder Scrolls games. And there's one point that I keep hearing that's sort of that's misrepresented. A lot of people keep saying that, you know, Morrowind doesn't have any level scaling. No, there's no world scaling. Everything is static. Okay, you just got fists, so I'm not too worried about dealing with you. And that is actually false. Morrowind's world does in a way scale with the player. You'll notice as I gain levels, as I become more powerful, that I will start to encounter different types of enemies. There will be, holy cow, 20 Kwama eggs. Okay, so I'll explain this while I quickly eat these eggs. There's various you'll notice I'm fighting different types of enemies, and that's because it's not everything in the game that is leveled. Much like, you know, like Oblivion and Skyrim does a little bit of that as well. But, you know, the random encounters do tend to be, we'll say, dictated or governed by your level. Not always, but there is an element to that. So you'll notice in the game world, I won't be facing off against that wide of a variety of enemies. But then as the game goes on, you'll notice I'll start, you know, there'll be random Daedra, you know, out on the road that will ambush me and attack me. And you know, so that it's so yeah, if really I'm still over encumbered. Oh, why am I 175? My strength is damaged. Why is this damaged? That's because you ate a spore pod, Jason. Don't eat spores. All right, and that's like I said, that's part of the that's part of the alchemy, we'll say, in the game here. You know, even though I can't see what the effects of these various ingredients would be, they can still have an effect on me. Hello, floating lantern. But yeah, so if anyone ever, you hear someone say that Morrowind doesn't have, we'll say, a world or a level scaling, it's not true. It does, it's a lot more, we'll say, limited. It's a lot more obfuscated than it is in we'll say, the later games. I'm going to go ahead and try and heal myself a little bit here. You know what? For having a 36% chance of being successful, it's working pretty well. So we've got one more bandit over there. I find it interesting though that like some of the dungeons closer to Saint Denis seem to be more difficult than some of these ones here. The ones that are you know, much, we'll say closer to Balmora. It's you know, you think, you know, starting area, they keep things, you know, easier there, and then things get harder as you get away from it. But you know, we talked about that a little bit in a previous video, where that's not exactly the mentality. I think they were going for more of an organic, a realistic sort of world. So there's not really any maybe necessarily a rhyme or reason why specific places are. Maybe I'll have to go around. Someone hid some a large Kwama egg under here. And oh, I'm not over encumbered. I thought for sure that was gonna over encumber me. But yeah, so you know, that doesn't appear to be necessarily a rhyme or reason why certain areas are harder or easier. But you know, they are. This one here definitely seems to be a lot more appropriate for my level. Gwarskin drums. Man, I have some fat loot, and I could get myself some a drum. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to leave those behind. Maybe I'll leave a little note for myself later on saying, come back and grab that Netch leather shield. You know what? I've been hoping to find something like this. Okay, right now I'm using an iron shield, which is heavy armor. with a weight of 15, you know, an armor rating of 1. This thing's not really contributing a whole lot. So I'm going to put that over there, and I'm going to take this shield because it's light armor, and it's, we'll say, more in line with what I am actually trying to use, you know, for my character. I think that was it. There was a bedroll back there, and I was going to use it, but I wanted to make sure. Let me see. Let's take a look at our, we'll say, the dungeon map. I think we've explored the entire. Have we explored the entire dungeon? I think we have, and then we can go ahead and level up. Yep. That looks like it. So we cleared out the 2 Nyx Hounds. We went into that side passage. Huh. This one didn't really feel like it had like a huge payoff. Did I miss something? Give me 1 second. I just want to run back. I'm just curious. Your enchant skill is increased to 11. Yes, I know I need to level up. Just give me a second. I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Nope, didn't miss anything. All right, so we've cleared out that dungeon. You know, I guess it's appropriate for my level that there wasn't really anything great. Now, I like that, actually, because, you know, if every single dungeon had something really cool in it, you know, then when you found something really cool, you know, the impact would be diminished. But a little bit disappointed, but, you know, we found Phat loot, so I'm happy for that. Let's go ahead and use the bedroll. We'll go ahead and just rest for until heal. That'll just give us back our magicka. Actually, 1 hour. Let's just rest for an hour, actually. There we go. You have ascended to level 2. You realize that all your life you have been coasting along as if you were in a dream. Suddenly, facing the trials of the last few days, you have come alive. All right, so I probably want to make the most of this level up. So, you know, speed, you know, we'll go ahead and add 4 points to this. And the way this is calculated, actually, I'm going to go ahead and put 4 points into strength. I would like to go into intelligence, but I get 3 points for agility. So we're going to go do that because that's basically increasing my stats as much as possible. You know, it's a little bit unfortunate. I'd like to bring up intelligence, and I'd love to bring up everything, but you can only pick 3. And so obviously I'm going to go with the ones with the highest multipliers. Now, the way those multipliers are determined is based on the skills that you use. So for example, let's see here, short blade. You'll notice under the description it says governing attribute speed. Really? For some reason I thought it was agility. Cool. Basically it says speed. So what happens is every time you skill up with your, we'll say, short blade, it contributes to a sort of a pool. It says, okay, part of this level up was because of short blades, which is tied to speed. So when you actually do level up, it goes ahead and it takes a look at what you actually leveled up for that level, during that level, and actually, I think it, no, it doesn't show you right there. Not right now. Anyways, and so it says, all right, and this is what you're gonna have multiplier. So you can increase anything you want, really. But if, you know, if you're gonna level, if you want to level up your attributes based on, you know, the way you actually play your character, it rewards you for that. So, you know, if you're doing something that uses a lot of strength, you know, that will increase faster than if, you know, you didn't use a whole lot of strength, which makes sense. You know, it's, if you're going to be weightlifting, you know, you're going to become stronger than if you were, you know, just doing cardio the entire time running. So it makes sense, and I like that. All right, so, oh, that is cool. Yeah, there's, like I said, I really struggled with the idea of using, any sort of mod, especially graphical, basically anything that would change the experience of the core game, because I was kind of hoping to just sort of play the game as close to the original as possible and represent what the game was. But at the same time, you know, I'm thinking, you know, if the developers at the time, if the hardware allowed for, you know, this kind of draw distance, if it allowed for these kind of graphics, I'm fairly confident that the developers would have done it. So yeah, I'm taking a little bit of liberty, and I'm assuming you know, the developers, I'm pretty sure that's what they'd want. But yeah, so that's sort of, we'll say, my thinking, because it does change the experience. In the original, you know, there wasn't, you couldn't see as far. It was very foggy, and you saw a little bit of that in the first video. and it actually gave a very different atmosphere to the entire game. You know, you felt a little more closed in. Things, when you discovered things, it was more surprising because you would see it slowly fade in from beyond the fog, and you're like, whoa, what is that? Whereas now, you know, it's, you can see these things off in the distance, and, you know, arguably, you know, it doesn't really take away from that sense of wonder. It actually, maybe, it kind of enhances it in a way, but it does change the experience fundamentally. So, it's, I guess we'll say, up to your own personal, preference or how you want to experience it. I've played it both ways. I think it's great both ways. I'm sneaking because I wasn't sure if I was going to have a chance to kill any of those things, but I know that the sign says Balmora is this way, so we're going to go ahead and run over this way. We're almost there, but we're about to cross past Fort Moonmoth. Is Moonmoth? I'm pretty sure this is Fort Moonmoth. So I'm wondering if we should go ahead and stop there. You know what? We'll have a chance to get here at another time. Let's go ahead and let's keep heading towards Balmora. Like I said, we'll come back to this at some point. We're really close, and I just want to get there. I feel like, actually, what video? What episode are we on? We're 8, I think. I can't remember exactly. Like, it's about time. It's about time we got there, and we go ahead and at least I don't even actually really want to start the main quest just yet. But I do want to sort of, we'll say, get established. Sort of, you know, start talking to the guilds and, you know, maybe start looking at some quest lines. Because up until now, we've kind of done some dungeon diving. We've done some, we'll say, general quests along the way. But we haven't really sort of dove into the guilds, which, you know, they have their own quest lines and they're their own sort of unique entity. Oh, that is cool. That is cool. I like, I don't know, I just like the way that looks. And this here, ladies and gentlemen, is Balamora. Let's go ahead and head on into the town. Now, if we recall, we were told that we needed to find a place called the South Wall Corner Club. So that's going to be sort of our first stop. We're going to go ahead and try to find the South Wall Corner Club. Let's go ahead and ask this Argonian here. Hey, Hud. Or Hood. Or Hull,
Fresh
sorry.
game.
Hey, Hull. How's it going?
Greetings, citizen. I'm Hull. This town is Balmora, council seat of House Lalu. We're loyal citizens of the Empire and proud of it. Well, most of us anyway. So, are you looking for someone in particular? Are you looking for services? Is there some specific place you'd like to visit? Would you like me to tell you about my trade?
You know, all sorts of interesting information. I'm wondering, do you have anything new to add about Balmora? Because we have asked about it before. I can't remember. You know what? I can't remember if we actually read this description before. You know what? You can... Screw it. Let's read it. Balmora is the council seat of... Oh, sorry.
Balmora is the council seat of Great House Lalu and the largest town on Vardenfell except for Vivek City. Located on the Odaya River and sitting astride the outrun Vivek Road. Balmora is an important mercantile trade and travel center. Hightown is the administrative center with the temple and manor houses. The shops, guilds, and trade houses of the commercial district are north of the river. Labor Town's modest corner clubs and homes are south of the river.
Corner clubs. And since we are looking for the South Wall Corner Club, it does seem like we would want to be going south of the river. If I were to say a specific place, would you be able to tell me about where the South Wall Corner Club is?
Balmora's a big town.
You know, my voice is kind of jumping between Khajiit and Argonian. Anyways, big town. Think in terms of districts. Hightown on the hill to the west has the temple, Lalu Council Hall, rich manors, better shops, and the Morag Tong. We actually heard about the Morag Tong earlier. If you're not familiar with this particular faction, the Morag Tong is kind of an assassin's guild. Very different from the Dark Brotherhood, though, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. The commercial district just west of the river has the Fighters Guild and Mages Guild. I find it interesting that Mages Guild is not is not a talking point. We can't ask about that. Shops and inns. Labor Town, east of the river, where the commoners and poor live, has only the South Wall Corner Club. We'll ask about that in a second. Fort Moonmoth, southeast of town, houses the Legion garrison and the Imperial cult. Road south lead to Pelagiad, Satanine, and Vivek. Silt Strider service goes to we don't need we don't need to hear all that. Let's actually ask about the South Wall Corner Club.
South Wall is a working class corner club in Balmora, east of Odai River on the south end of Labor Street, owned by Bakola Kloskius.
What can you tell me about the owner?
He's the owner and proprietor of South Wall, a working-class Balmora corner club east of the Odai River.
All right, so basically a lot of redundant information. So we want to be going to the south part of the river. Now, I know exactly where to go, but, you know, like I said, we're trying to play in character. Especially, you know, if you've never played Morrowind, I want you guys to be able to follow my line of thinking. You know, why would I go this way? Now, we're not heading south, because I want to head to where, you know, they say, like, the trade district area is, because I do want to make one stop. Nope, there's a guy named Revere, who I'm actually very interested in talking to. I believe it's actually, yeah, it's this shop right here. Is it Revere? Yes, Revere Trader. And we're going to go ahead and talk with him. Hopefully I have enough money, because there's one purchase I usually like to get. Hey, Revere, how's it going?
Revere knows why you were here. You want to buy Revere's famous Daedric weapons.
Yes, that's the world famous.
What? You say these are not Daedric weapons? No, you are right. But Revere is no liar. When you wish it, Revere's fiend, demon, and devil weapons will be as sharp as fine Daedric, and as light as a Netch airsack. The magic lasts a short time, but long enough to punch through the toughest armor. Revere buys them direct from the Telvanni. You'll not find any cheaper in all of Balmora.
So basically, what he sells, he does have some of these weapons here, and I particularly like the Demon Tanto. And the reason why I like the Demon Tanto is not necessarily because of the weapon itself, but because it allows you to cast a Bound Dagger for 60 seconds on yourself. Now, Bound Dagger is really nice because, one, it's got some great damage. It's got some pretty good damage for, for a dagger, but it also increases your short blade skill by 10 while you're using it. So basically, it's like giving yourself a plus 10 upgrade to your skill, and, you know, having good damage while you're at it. And should the enchantment run off, well, hey, you've still got the Demon Tanto to fall back on. Now, there's also... Well, actually, this one's kind of cool, too. The Fiend Tanto. It, not only do you get the Bound Dagger, but you also get a Lightning Shield. But that one's 3,000 gold, and we can't really afford that one. So we'll go ahead and get the Demon Tanto. I'm going to try to barter for this one, though. And by barter, I mean, you know, I'm going to try not to pay too much. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can, you know, maybe give him some armor in trade. Did I bring any of my books that I had already read? I should. Oh, please tell me I did not leave them all in Satanine. Jason, you left them all in Satanine. Darn it! Okay. Well, I don't need this Iron Tanto. So we'll at least try to, we'll say, reduce the cost a little bit here. Silver Dagger, you know, we don't need that. We have a Silver Short Sword, which does more damage. Yeah. We'll get rid of that as well. Yeah, let me see here. There's the Phat loot, which actually has no value. That makes me sad. It's basically just a weight of 10 just sitting in my pocket, but whatever. Maybe I'll go ahead and sell a couple of these. We'll say maybe 3 of those. That really was not worth it. Okay, let's just bring down the value. I guess I'll have to pay something, right? Let's bring it down to 92. Oh, come on. There we go. Yes. So now I've got the...
It has no time for you.
Okay, fine then, Revere. I'm leaving through the upstairs door after I loot your place. Oh, Revere has not much in his house, does he? No. Alexis is sad, cannot steal more things. Fine, we'll go ahead and leave up through the top door. And some people are having a rooftop party in the rain. Cool. So, I'm going to go ahead and we'll say change up my quick keys a little bit. Steel short sword. You know what? Maybe we'll change, instead of I like having 2 being my healing. We'll change Thunderfall to, where is it? Magic items, Demon Tanto, and then we'll put the actual, where is it? No, not inventory item. Magic menu. My bad. There it is. Thunderfall. I should also add the Thief Ring on that, to be honest, as well. So we'll add that, the Thief Ring as number 5. So if I want to go ahead and use my thieving stuff, Thief Ring comes out. Thunderfall's number 4. Number 3 is my Demon Tanto. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate this. There we go. We have ourselves a nice, cool bound dagger. And if we go ahead and take a look at here, our short blade is at 54. Bound dagger. Short blade basically is increased up to 10. Now the actually, how much damage does the bound dagger do? Look at that, 9 to 20 damage. This is definitely, we'll say a great weapon, especially to help you out. We'll say early game. And actually, I could see myself using this a lot longer than just through the early game. If we take a look here, you know, it only costs 6 points to go ahead and use this, which means I can go ahead and use this 5 times. So I could be using this thing for like 5 minutes before my Demon Tanto needs to sort of recharge. Anyways, we've gone ahead and we've gotten my one of my, we'll say, favorite items to be stabby people with. Let's go ahead and run down to the south end of town. I see some crates. You know what? We wouldn't be a good thief if we didn't sort of, you know, inspect what was inside these crates, right? Right. We got ourselves a nice, what was that, petty soul gem? Some gold. Another petty soul gem. Ooh, what's this? An exclusive restore luck. Now, I've been picking up actually a few potions that I've actually, we'll say, forgot about. I should probably be selling some of those as well. We don't need, I don't think I need to restore as many attributes as I have potions. So, maybe I'll go ahead and we'll say dump some of those for some extra coin. You know, because we're always on the lookout for some extra money. Being a thief. And being a thief, I think it's great that we're going to start off our search for Chaos Crusades at the Southwall Corner Club. So let's go ahead over to, what we want to do is we want to cross over to the east side of Balmora, across the river. And we want to go down to the southern part, basically by the southern wall. And who would have thought Southwall Corner Club? It would be along the south wall. Look at that. All right, well, let's go ahead on in, and we've finally arrived. Hey, how's it going,
Don't stand about.
Sotild?
Get moving.
All right. Hello, Alexis. I'm Sotild, and this is Balmora. I don't believe we've met. Is there something I can do for you? I'm looking for, what's this option? Join the Thieves Guild? Talk to Sugar Lips. Okay, I'll talk to Sugar Lips. But while I'm here, I was also supposed to ask somebody here about Chaos Crusades. That old Sugar Tooth? I'm not sure where he's living now, but ask Bakola Kloskius, the owner. He'll know. And where is he? He must be around here somewhere. All right, so we'll go ahead and investigate the Southwall Corner Club. Are you? No, you're not.
This better be important.
It is important. I'm on important official business. Oh, Sugar Lips
has no time for you.
Hey, Sugar Lips Habasi, I want to ask you here something. Are you looking for me, or you want to join the Thieves Guild? Yes, I would like to do that. You look like you may have some skill. You want to join? Or maybe you want to know what we're about. Let's hear the rules first. Just remember, there is honor among thieves. Do not steal from a brother thief. Everyone else is a mark. Do not attack a brother thief. Do what you will to everyone else. If you have a price on your head, we have ways of taking care of it. If you break these rules, you must speak with one of the masterminds here in Vardenfell to regain your good standing. Think you can handle it? Yes, I can! You are now a toad in the Thieves Guild. I love the rank names in the Thieves Guild. Welcome, Sister Alexis. Talk to me when you want some odd jobs to do, and when you think you're ready for advancement. If you have a price on your head, there are those you can talk to as well. Like who? If there's a price on your head, there are a few people who can make it go away. In Balmora, talk to Fain Riel. I think he's downstairs. In Alderaan, it's Tongue Toad. In Sadrith Mora, Ricinia. And you should speak to Crazy Legs, Arantamo in Vivek.
They're the people who can take care of those nasty bounties for a price.
Now, the reason why I also want to talk to him about this, like, even though I don't have a price in my head right now, the reason why I wanted to talk to him, or actually her, right? Or is it him or her? Oh, I'm sorry, Sugar Lips. Is because when you inquire about a topic, it gets added to your journal under topics. So let's say I have a price on my head. I can go ahead and select, let's see, P, and I should be able to click on price on your head. Because I inquired about it, all the information I need about it is here. So if I'm out of Balmora and I'm like, oh crap, I need to get this price taken care of, I now know where I can go to get this taken care of. So, you know, even, you know, it's good to do a lot of talking, even if only to add these topics to your journal. So this part of we haven't talked about the journal at all. So when you first open up your journal, default key is the J. You know, you get this sort of, we'll say, part of the journal where it just sort of chronicles what you've been doing. You know, your main journal entries. But also everything you inquire about also gets added to the topics list. So, you know, latest rumors. I can see all the rumors that I've heard about, you know, stuff like that. Any quests. Now, in the default Morrowind, this is not present, but with the Tribunal expansion, they went ahead and added a quest tab, so I can see which quests I currently have on the go. So, the Beauty and the Bandit. Oh, that's right, because I haven't gone ahead and I haven't talked to the guy in Tel Brenora. So this quest is still ongoing because I haven't talked to that guy, which is nice because that's going to act as sort of a reminder to me. Anyways, I am now a member of the Thieves Guild, but I need to go ahead and talk to the owner of the club here about finding Caius Cosades. Are you the owner? You look like the owner, but you're not the owner. Who's it's...
What does the Dunmer need?
Wait. None of you are the owner. No, he's the guy I can talk to get the price taken off my head, but I don't see the owner of the place. Let's go ahead and maybe run back upstairs. So there's Sugar Lips. And here we have Arathor. Maybe he's upstairs? I guess that would make sense, considering he's nowhere else in the place. Yeah, there we go. Here's the owner of the South Wall Corner Club.
Good day. I'm Bakola Kloskis, publican of the South Wall here in Balmora. We rent beds, and I have a limited selection of goods for barter. If you're new here, I can also tell you where to look for other services or a specific place nearby. If you're looking for someone in particular, I may be able to help.
Yes, I'm actually looking for Caius Cosades.
Old Caius rents a little bed and basket just up the hill on the north edge of town. Go out the front door, not the upper door to the terrace, then right up the stairs, then left at the top of the stairs, and down to the end of the street.
Thanks, guy. You know, I'll be back to talk about all this, you know, good Thieves Guild goodness and stuff right after I've gone ahead and I've talked to Caius Cosades. Which, you know, although I am out of time for today, I'm going to push things a little bit further than I'm comfortable with, because I want to at least, actually at least make this little bit of progress today in this one video here. And here we have it, Balmora Caius Cosades' house.
Hey guy, how's it going? What? Yes, I'm Caius Cosades, but what do you mean? You were told to report to Caius Cosades. What are you talking about?
Yes, what am I talking about? Did I read the letter that I was supposed to give to him?
Speak freely, friend.
Hold on. It says package for Caius Cosades. Oh, it's all in code. Darn it. Actually, that'd be really cool to find a way to decode this. I wonder if it's just a standard cipher, like, you know, replace A, B. It probably is. All right. Well, I guess I can't read that. We'll go ahead and just give it to him. Oh, all right. You're Alexis, but who told you to report to Caius Cosades? So you say your name is Alexis, and you've been told to report to me and deliver a package. Perhaps you'll let me look at it. Yes. Yes, very interesting. So it says here, the Emperor wants me to make you a novice in the blades, and that means you'll be following my orders. Are you ready to follow my orders, Alexis? No, not right now. Soon, but not just yet. Fine, then get out of here and come back when you're ready. Fine, I will. We'll start that off next time. For the time being, like I said, I am out of time. Interestingly, Buddy's got some moon sugar sitting here on his side of the bed. Naughty Caius. Anyways, we're done for today. So, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and save the game. If you like the video, you like the content, and you would like to see more of it, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, go ahead and leave it a thumbs down. Either way, let me know what you thought in the comments section. And until next time, I would like to ask you all to game on.